was a weird hello. It was sort of like a hello. I'm not sure what accent that would be. I'm just rambling because Instagram says we're telling your followers that you've started a live video. So I'm just giving everyone a second to hop on before we get going. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Is it working okay? Yeah? Oh, hello, SBRE Brown. All right, let's get cracking. Well, happy Friday, everyone. It is a little later than usual. Hello, thanks for joining, everyone. Sorry about the time change, but we're really happy to see you here. I hope everyone's doing well, having a great Friday. I am having a green Friday. Ooh, okay, that was just bad. Today, I have Robert Oster Ride Green. It's a little out of focus, sorry. I picked green because it's now fall and there's a lot of reds and oranges, which are really beautiful, but I still like a nice summery green. So we have this. We have my Pilot Parallel 6mm. Come to think of it, I should have used the 3.8mm, which is the green one, but alas, here we are with this. And I have my Clairefontaine 1951 notebook, and I have a surprise underneath. Ooh, okay. I'll stop. I'll stop doing that. I'm sorry. I'm giving it all away. So here we have the ink. They're nice plastic bottles that stack really nice on your shelf. They have the ink name on top as well as a small swab that is pretty accurate. It's a saturated swab, but it's pretty accurate. Hello, pickled crabs. That sounds pickled crabs. I've never had a pickled crab, I have to say. I'm not sure how that would taste. Okay, so let us go with Robert Oster Ride Green. Now, you probably know, if you're familiar with the Robert Oster line, that there are a lot of very interesting ink names. So I'm not entirely certain what the Ride Green is named after. Maybe it's the city in Australia, or I believe someone had mentioned that there was also like a suburb, the Ride suburb. Either way, it's a beautiful green that I was going to write ride, but since I made that an H, it's now going to be hello. I'm sorry. I can't think and speak and do calligraphy at the same time. And Halloween is coming up, so I guess maybe I should have picked an orange, but here we are doing really creepy letters. Hello, everyone. All newcomers. Wait, sorry, I'm just trying to see. Sorry for the rattling on my phone. Your Pilot Parallel 3.8 writes so dry. What are you using in it? Are you using the converter or a cartridge? And what ink are you using? It might just need a really good cleaning. Okay, there. Hello. This is, in case you're wondering, this is not really normal writing. This is just kind of a weird thing that I like to do with the edges of the parallel. That is a beautiful ink. I really like greens in this cut, like this tone, kind of like a medium green, not a super dark color, so you can still see that it's a green. Using a converter with Robert Oster Bondi Blue and Diamine Soft Mint. Okay, Diamine Soft Mint is slightly on the dry side in my experience, but you shouldn't have issues with it. If I were you, I would take that parallel apart, make sure you clean out all of this stuff really well. It's possible that there's just just something stuck in there that's kind of blocking the flow a little. However, the 6mm is fantastic. I mean, this is a very wet application of it because I had just inked it. I did dry the feet a little, but most of it is up in here. But I have not had these run dry on me. Okay, let's do some more writing. It's kind of in the lime green territory, I think. It's got a bit of like yellow tint to it. Excellent, Janine, you are right. Normal writing doesn't exist. I like that. especially around here. Let's do this. Ride green. Here we go. I really focused on that. I really had to think about what I was doing to try and make it as even as possible. Now let's see. I'm going to do a little bit of a smear there. Here's one more thing I like to do. If you ever seen my splattery, if you have ever seen my splattery ink, here's how I do it. I just take the parallel, turn it on its edge, I just tap the pen. Be careful, because these droplets can splatter. There we go. It just makes it, gives it a bit of a little like fun effect. You can't believe you wrote thang. That's okay. I have just said thang. What age did I start my interest in pens? Pens, I was fairly young, and I started out in gel pens and stuff like that, and moved into writing and calligraphy probably when I was around in my early 20s. And I'm not going to tell you how old I am now because it's long away from my 20s. But I have been playing with pens and inks for several years now. Yes, it shades really nicely. I'm sorry for the movement. I'm just trying to make sure I don't miss any questions here. Okay, really nice shading. I like this one because even in the saturated spots, within like, you know, reasonable writing with something like this, even the saturated spots are still not super dark. So you can see like around there. I think I just touched wet ink. Now it's probably on my face. Looks similar to Roher and Klingner Verdura. Yeah, I guess that would, yeah, probably be similar. I haven't used that one in a really long time. I don't have any handy to compare to. But what I also have is, dun dun, I have a couple of green, similar colors, but also some other colors just to take a look at. So this is the Robert Oster Ride Green that we're working with. This is the coloring. It's that ink swab notebook. So I have, this side is more of the like lighter bit, and this is more of the darker saturated area. So you can see the shading. Is it waterproof? No, it's not. It's not waterproof, but it is, like if you want to use it for like a watercolor, like a color wash or something, it's really nice. So there's the green. This is kind of like the lime aspect of it, the lime side. It has no sheen that I have really been able to see. It just kind of gets darker around the edges into a dark green. And I thought the Robert Oster Green Lime would be a nice comparison. So the green lime goes much lighter and it goes darker. So it's kind of fun if you want something lighter, you can go with the green lime, and then the Ride Green is kind of like in between. The other side of the page, I was just waiting for it to dry a little, but let's do that. That was a really wet application, so there is a tiny amount of bleed through right there, and that is where I have used the edges of the Pilot Parallel to kind of create this additional shape on the letters, like right on these little tails here. But not terrible. It actually looks worse on the camera than it does in person because I think the light is getting underneath it. But we'll wait for it to dry a little more. Let's keep going through these swabs here. So we got the Ride Green, the Green Lime. Now, I pulled out a whole bunch of other sort of greens. Here's Montegrappa Green. This is a super sheeny ink, super saturated. You can see that sheen right there. And that's what it looks like in, you know, average use, typical use. So that's kind of fun. Make sure we can see all of these. What else we got? We have Schaefer Script Green, Giobin Diabolo Mount, and let me see here, Monteverde Emerald Green. So it is kind of like a different class of green. Oh, thank you very much. We have the Kobe Marché, well, that should be bleu, but I wrote blue. This one's fun. This is the Diamine 150th anniversary Dark Forest ink, but look at that. I mean, this is a wild ink. If you look really closely up here, you can kind of see the green. It's a really deep, super saturated green. And I have Pilot Iroshizuku Tsukiyo. So yeah, there's just no shortage of green options out there. And this was a new one that I had, so I thought it would be kind of fun to look at it. Much less limey than the green lime, but definitely on the similar spectrum of green. So there we go. That's my inky disaster over there. These are a lot of fun. So if you haven't tried them, you should grab one of these little ink testing notebooks, ink swabbing notebooks. Okay, so it's Friday. I'm really bad at writing an F, but I'm going to try anyway. That does not look right, but I'm going to go with it. I don't even know what script that's going to be, so I don't know how to do my R. So we're just going to make something up that looks similar. Oh, this is so just weird. Friday. It's a very smooth ink. That sounds kind of strange, but it flows really nicely, and I really enjoy it. Okay, just making sure I haven't missed anything here. There's some nice shading right there. Really awesome. Yes, smooth ink. All right, we're going to turn the page. See what's going on the back here. There we go. Not so bad. Low to medium show through. I mean, here I would say it's pretty medium, but I mean, around here it's just low. Not too bad at all. You could definitely use the back side of this page if you want to, which I am going to. It's Friday. If you're anywhere, but not with your, wait, that doesn't make sense. I was going to say if you're anywhere not with your pens and inks, I bet now you want to go home and play with them. Oh no, I was going to write scribo, which is right. Scribo, like scribe, scriven. Okay, you know what? This is not a word. This is like a multi-letter. So let's just ignore that. Now that I have kind of emptied the section a bit from the inking, you can see the writing goes from, this was when I had just inked, so it's much darker there, goes from that to a much lighter tone, you know, lighter green. It's really nice. Let me see here, what else can we do? I'm just writing all sorts of things so you can see how fun it is. Of course, I am having difficulty writing real words because I'm not really sure what that word up there is. I've always enjoyed greens like this. I don't know, they just really, that was a horrible G. They really appealed to me because I enjoy how much they shade. I like to put them in really wet broad writers, calligraphy type nibs. Ride green, there we go. Oh, escribe is Spanish. Oh, okay, wait. Let's put an E in there. There we go. Awesome. So my word was not a complete disaster. Bye, Erin. Thank you for joining. All right, there we go. That is my green presentation for the day. I just wanted to show you the beautiful color that this is. I think quite often, you know, people don't get to try out all sorts of inks. They don't get to see what they look like in action or what they could look like in some of their favorite pens. So it's just fun to see, you know, maybe make you think of a ink you had not really considered before. And then for all you know, you'll find your favorite color. Okay, so I'm now using the edge of the parallel just so you can see what it looks like in a, you know, fine type nib. I'd say this is a fine. Happy Friday. Sorry, my hand hit the tripod. There you go. It's actually still pretty true to this color. It's not drastically different. So if you still are looking for like a nice medium lime green, I think that's a nice one. So there we go. Hello, all new joiners. So let's just, I'm going to open this out just to move that. And then, so there we go. That was Robert Oster, Ride Green. That wraps it up for today. I hope this was somewhat fun, somewhat inky, and somewhat inspiring. Hence, Inkspiration. Okay, I'm just going to stop. It's Friday. I hope you all have a lovely Friday, and we will see you next time. Thank you for joining. Bye-bye.